to be. They have targets for their songs. They just don't maybe put come up with a song without any kind of target for them. They always have a target with them. So with Stonebwoy, that's why you find Activate in that song. Then, is this album a Grammy type of an album? This is a question that everybody is asking. So with this, I want to talk about this Angelina Kidjo collaboration. With this, most people were saying that Angelique Kidjo feature Angelique Kidjo feature doesn't guarantee you a Grammy or a Grammy nomination. So with this, somebody came out with a kind of reply, and with this is how the whole thing look like. Maybe we the fans or we the spectators will think that Stonebwoy is just putting this woman on this album because Stonebwoy just want to be nominated at the Grammys. But moreover, this when we are talking about artist perspective, sometimes it's not just about the Grammys. Maybe somebody was just in the studio, he found out that he was just on the rhythm, and he found out that Angelique Kidjo would be the best artist to be on this song. So from there, Stonebwoy will just tell maybe his team, then his team will try to reach out with Angelique Kidjo team, and then from there, boom, we have this kind of collaboration with them. So that's how the whole thing comes up. And looking at what Stonebwoy is doing, and this is clear that maybe it could be that maybe Stonebwoy have another mindset with this whole thing, but most artists doesn't feature a Grammy nominated artist or a Grammy winner just to be nominated at the Grammys. So looking at what Stonebwoy did, it may be in two ways. Stonebwoy was just for the Grammys, and the other one would be that Stonebwoy just was in the studio and feel that this is the kind of song that Angelique Kidjo will fit on it, and then from there he just move on with the collab. So Stonebwoy maybe didn't have that kind of mind that he was just putting Angelique Kidjo on it to fetch him that kind of Grammy nomination that he expects. And moreover, we are saying this, that where Ghana music is getting to, or is it's where Ghana music is getting to, we think we are lacking most of these things. So when they say I'm Shakrampo and the Beji Grammys now, and I'm Shakrampo need to do top on, then I think our artists need to do it, because definitely this is more about selling the country. This is more about doing what is really necessary for the music industry. So looking at all these things, I believe that when we have this kind of support and we put up of this mindset that Stonebwoy is just rushing for the Grammys and do those kind of things, then maybe this kind of music is likely to go higher, and also you're likely to see more. And also talking about this Grammy thing, is this album a Grammy type of album? This is a question that I just want to throw to you. Looking at this album, is it a Grammy type of album? And if you have not listened to it, I think this is the time you have to listen to it, because then I don't know. This is the time you have to listen to this album, because we need this album so that this album will climb to the top there. This is not maybe a campaign. This is just a campaign that we have to host for Stonebwoy, and if we do that, Ghana music will be at the top there. If you put this energy on Stonebwoy's album and it doesn't even do well, maybe the next album that maybe other artists will release and we put the same energy on it, definitely one day you will see Ghana music at the top there. So with the question, is this album a Grammy type of album, or it's just that kind of regular and random albums? That's that's the question I'm throwing out there. And what I want to tackle is that it will depend on how um how Stonebwoy and the team and the record label will push the album. With me, I don't think there's something like a Grammy type of album. I just think that every album deserve a kind of hype or push, and from there everything can move on. So looking at Stonebwoy, Angelique Kidjo, then I think Fifth Grade and those albums, there's no album that Stonebwoy have done that is really really bad. Let's take it like this. But this one I tweeted that it has been a very long time since I see a very good album released in this country. But Stonebwoy's albums is an album that qualifies for every kind of award, whether the Grammys, the BETs, the RMS, and maybe the MTV based and those things. Stonebwoy albums qualifies for that. There's no kind of stage on this planet Earth that Stonebwoy fifth album or Angelique Kidjo doesn't fit. This album fits everywhere. So with this, looking at how everything is moving, I think if Stonebwoy have to move on with, or if Stonebwoy really